Fosse's closest friends: Herb Gardner, E.L. Doctorow, Neil Simon, Steve Tessich, Peter Maas, Pete Hamill. All writers, whom Fosse idolized for mastering the page, the one act he couldn't. They were slumped over like tired dancers and seemed lost without Paddy, Lancelot of Fosse's Round Table. If there is an afterlife, Gardner said, Paddy Chayefsky is at this moment saying, "Hey, Fosse, what took you so long?" Before his cardiac bypass, Fosse had added a codicil to his will. I give and bequest the sum of $25,000 to be distributed to the friends of mine listed, so that when my friends receive this bequest, they will go out and have dinner on me. Fosse thought the worst thing in the world, after dying, would be dying and having nobody there to celebrate his life. So he divided the $25,000 evenly among 66 people. It came out to $378.79 each, and then had them donate that money back to the party budget so that they'd feel like investors and be more likely to show up. Bob Fosse, the ace dancer, Oscar and Tony and Emmy award-winning director and choreographer who burned to ash the pink heart of Broadway, revolutionized the movie musical twice, and changed how it danced, died hoping it would be standing room only at his party. And it was. Many more than his intended 66 shouldered in. Some thought over 200 came that night. But after a lifetime in show business, having amassed a militia of devoted associates, he had not been sure they all really, really loved him. Had he been there, Fosse would have been studying their faces from across the room, keeping track of who told the truth and who told the best lies. Who really missed him? Who pretended to? Who was acting pretentious? Who was auditioning? He would have called Hamill and asked him later that night, waking him up, probably, at 2 a.m. Fosse would fondly and faithfully deride the bereaved, but underneath, he'd be worrying about the house, how many came, where they laughed, and if they looked genuinely sad. "This is incredibly sad," said Arlene Donovan on one side of the room. "I'm having the best time," said Alan Ladd Jr. on another. Roy Scheider, who had played a version of Fosse in All That Jazz, scrutinized every detail of the party scene from behind his cigarette and said it was as if he was orchestrating it. He laughed. Stanley Donen eyed Scheider. My God, Donen thought, I'm watching this with Fosse's ghost. By midnight, many had said their goodbyes, but you wouldn't know it to hear the band, grooving hard on their second wind. Ties were loosened. High heels dangled from fingers. Only the inner circle remained. Here was Fosse's daughter, Nicole. Here was Gwen Verdon, his wife. Here was Anne Reinking, Fosse's friend and girlfriend of many years. Along with his work, they were the living record of his fervor, adored and sinned against, difficult to negotiate, impossible to rationalize. In a quiet room away from the clamor, Fosse's last girlfriend, Phoebe Ungerer, wept. Then she left. Suddenly, Ben Vereen flew to the dance floor. He threw his hands into the air and then onto his hips and started slithering. At first, he was alone, but moments later the crowd caught on. Reinking followed with Nicole and the eternal redhead, Nicole's mother, the Empress. The bandleader upped the tempo to a funk sound with the kind of heavy percussion Fosse loved, and Fosse's three women moved closer together. Verdon, 62, Reinking, 38, and Nicole, 24. Wife, mistress, daughter, started swaying, their arms entwined, moving together in an unmistakably sensual, sexy way. Their eyes closed, and their bodies merged with the beat, pulsing together like a hot human heart. Others joined them. First